We'd been together for 3 years. 3 whole years. It wasn't always perfect, but it felt real, solid. We met at uni in Manchester, clicked over a shared love of true crime documentaries and takeaway nights, and somehow made it through lockdowns, moving in together. Her name's Zoe. She's smart, funny in a weird way, and always had this way of making even the most boring evenings feel alive. I genuinely thought she was it for me. Things had felt a bit off lately, I won't lie. Not dramatic. Just a distance I couldn't explain. She was on her phone a lot more than usual. Not in a shady way, at least that's what I told myself. But sometimes she'd angle the screen away from me, or silence notifications quicker than usual. Still, I didn't want to be that guy. The clingy, paranoid boyfriend. I trusted her. That trust was tested one random Wednesday evening. We were sitting on the couch. She was in the kitchen making tea while I scrolled through Spotify on her phone. I wanted to play a playlist we both liked that was saved on her account. The phone was unlocked, and I didn't think twice. That's when I saw it. A little folder named Utilities tucked away in a second screen. Inside, Bumble, Hinge, Tinder. Not 1, not 2, 3 dating apps. I opened Bumble, heart pounding, but it asked for a fingerprint. So did Hinge. I didn't try the third one. My throat went dry. My mind started racing, but I still tried to tell myself maybe it wasn't what it looked like. Maybe she used them once, years ago, forgot to delete them. Maybe this was nothing. She came back with the tea, sat down beside me, and didn't notice my mood change straight away. I must have gone quiet, still staring at the phone in my hand. You all right? She asked, handing me my mug. I didn't take it. I just looked at her and asked, as calmly as I could manage, why do you have dating apps on your phone? Her smile faded instantly. She blinked a few times, clearly caught off guard. Then she laughed, nervously, and waved it off like I'd just asked something ridiculous. Oh, that? It's nothing. They've been there for ages. Like years. I don't even use them. It's just for fun. Don't take it so seriously. Just for fun? What part of that was supposed to be fun? I wasn't shouting. I wasn't accusing her. I was just stunned. I repeated the question. Why do you have multiple dating apps? Like, more than one. She set her tea down and sighed, like I was exhausting her. Alex, seriously, you're overthinking this. I haven't been active on them in, like, 3 years. I just never deleted them, okay? Stop being so insecure. That word, insecure, it hit me wrong. I wasn't insecure. I was curious. I was hurt. She wasn't answering the question. And suddenly, I started doubting everything. I asked her again. If you haven't been on them, then show me. Open one. Let me see the login status. She rolled her eyes and leaned back into the sofa. Oh my God, you're acting like a child. This is so amateur. I can't believe you're being like this over nothing. Her tone shifted. Defensive. Irritated. Like I was ruining the evening over some silly mistake. But I knew. Deep down, I already knew the truth wasn't going to be what I wanted it to be. She wouldn't open any of them. And that's when I made the decision. I sat there, phone still in my hand, and Zoe clearly expecting me to drop it and move on. But I couldn't. Her reaction wasn't one of someone with nothing to hide. It was layered in deflection, mocking my concerns, playing the "you're too sensitive" card, then dismissing it entirely like it was beneath her. I know what gaslighting looks like, and this was starting to feel dangerously close. I looked her in the eye and said, if it's really nothing, just open it. Let me see. She scoffed, then laughed again. This one was harsher, almost bitter. I'm not about to prove myself like I'm on trial, Alex. Seriously, this is so immature. You sound jealous and insecure. There it was again, insecure. The way she said it felt rehearsed, like she'd used that word on someone else before. Her arms crossed. Her foot started tapping. The vibe had shifted from discomfort to irritation. But I wasn't raising my voice. I wasn't throwing accusations. I was simply asking a question no one in a committed relationship should ever have to ask. Look, she added, you're making a big deal out of literally nothing. I haven't used any of those apps since before I met you. You're reading into this way too much. Then open one. I said again, quieter this time. She didn't. Instead, she looked away and repeated, I'm not doing this. I'm not entertaining some jealous boyfriend scenario. It's toxic. That word hit me hard. Toxic. Suddenly I'm the problem. For wanting clarity. For wanting honesty. I couldn't help myself. I reached forward, calmly, and took the phone. She jumped like I'd taken something sacred. Alex, don't stop. Seriously, give me that back. Her voice was sharp now, panicked. She reached for the phone, but I stood up. If you've got nothing to hide, this shouldn't be a problem, right? No. It's my private stuff. You can't just go through it. Her voice cracked. Her hands were shaking slightly. She kept pleading. Alex, please. Don't do that. Give it to me. I didn't respond. I unlocked the phone. It was still open, and tapped on Hinge. It asked for a fingerprint. She lunged toward me again, but I moved back and tapped Tinder instead. This one was logged in. And then, silence. The app opened. Right there, plain as daylight. Active 2 days ago. New profile pictures. A fresh bio. Swipes. Likes. A list of men she'd recently matched with. I scrolled through it in disbelief. Photos that weren't even old. A mirror selfie she took just last month. Posing in a jacket I complimented her on the week before. I couldn't speak. My hand felt cold. I looked at her. She had gone completely quiet. Her face had drained of color. Eyes wide, mouth slightly open, like all the walls she'd built around the lie had collapsed in an instant. She opened her mouth, then closed it again. Then the tears came. I swear I didn't mean anything by it. She whispered, barely audible. It wasn't serious. I never met up with anyone. I was bored sometimes. That's all. I love you, Alex. Please don't let this ruin us. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. I was too stunned to even feel anger. You told me I was being insecure, I said slowly. You made me feel crazy. All while this was happening behind my back. It was stupid. I was just passing time, I swear. I never meant to actually hurt you. I cut her off. You were just what? Playing? Testing the waters? Lying to someone who trusted you. She couldn't respond. She just cried, begged, apologized on repeat. But I wasn't even hearing it anymore. The truth was staring me in the face, and there was no walking it back. Zoe was crying harder now. Not the kind of cry where you're heartbroken, but the panicked, scrambling kind. Like someone whose game just got exposed. She kept repeating the same things. It meant nothing. I was just curious. I never met anyone. And please don't leave me. But it was too late. I wasn't shouting. I wasn't throwing things. I just stood there, phone in hand, trying to process how the person I trusted most had been living a double life, even if only online. I kept seeing that line, active 2 days ago, over and over in my head. She told me she hadn't used the apps in 3 years. That was a straight-up lie. Not even a stretch or a misunderstanding. Just a cold, bold lie to my face. I was bored sometimes. It didn't mean anything, she said again, tears streaming down. I finally spoke. Zoe, we've lived together. We've built a life together. I've talked about the future with you. And this is what you were doing behind my back. I didn't cheat, she snapped, instantly trying to walk it back. I never physically did anything. It was just talking, messaging. That's it. You created a profile. You swiped. You matched. You flirted. You hit it, I said. Whether you met someone or not. You already broke what we had. She went silent. I put her phone down on the table and grabbed my hoodie from the back of the chair. I needed to get out, even just for some air. Her words followed me to the door. Don't leave, Alex. Please, don't throw us away like this. You're overreacting. You're the only one I love. It was stupid. I regret it. I do. I stopped at the door, turned to look at her. The whole truth is right there on your phone. You didn't come clean, you got caught. That's the only reason we're even having this conversation. I didn't throw us away. You did, the moment you thought I'd never find out. She tried to rush forward, grabbing at my arm. Please, let's fix this. We can talk. I'll delete everything. I'll prove to you it didn't matter. But I didn't want proof anymore. I didn't want to be in a relationship where I had to dig through someone's phone to feel secure, where I had to fight for honesty. I'm done, I said quietly. This isn't something I'll come back from. You broke something that doesn't just glue back together. She broke down right there, knees to the floor, sobbing. I stood for a second, watching someone I once loved fall apart, and I felt nothing. Not anger, not relief, just empty. That's when I knew it was really over. I walked out of the flat that night and stayed at my friend Callum's for a few weeks until I sorted my stuff. I didn't block her, didn't post about it. I just stopped answering. She texted a few times, then a few more. The tone shifted from apologies to guilt-tripping to desperation. Eventually, it turned into silence. She knew I wasn't coming back. It's been 6 months now. I've healed mostly. Trust is harder now, but I'm getting there. She, from what I hear, still brings me up sometimes. Still says she messed up the best thing she ever had. I appreciate you watching till the end. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content.